Have you ever walked into a networking event, a party, a bar, a restaurant, and just felt invisible? Have you felt like no one wants to talk to you, like you're not wanted, no one cares that you're there? Well, in this video, you're gonna learn how to go from feeling like that to feeling like people are happy that you're there. Feeling like people are actually waiting for you to turn up. Like when you walk into the room, you have this aura, this magnetic energy, this charisma, whatever you want to call it, but feeling comfortable to walk into any room. I'm going to teach you 3 things that you can implement today to do that. I'm Piero, and in case you don't know me, I used to feel exactly like that. I remember I once went to a networking event and I was so scared, I was so uncomfortable that I stood outside this event in London on my phone, turned off, pretending to be on the phone with someone else, just to kind of build the courage, or I don't know, just stalling because I was so scared to walk into this event. And I've gone from that to now feeling very comfortable, very confident in pretty much any venue you put me in. I've built an incredible social circle, group of friends from knowing no one in 5 months. It really doesn't take long to change your life around. But this is not about some woo-woo, just believe it and you'll make it happen. I'm gonna give you 3 steps in this video that you can implement today to make this change. Now, I want an action-based approach because you're going to then easily have reference experiences, i.e. you're going to have experiences in your real life that then you can refer back to that build your confidence. It's like, this is me teaching you, I'm putting stabilizers on your bike so you don't fall over. You can get going and then you'll build the confidence to ride your bike, metaphorically speaking. And then over time, you'll drop these stabilizers and you'll just fly. That's what we're gonna do. So, what's the first thing? It's actually pretty random, but I think it's to call people out. So, I want you to call people out in a fun and a playful way. What do I mean by this? Ask the following question next time you're at a networking event and maybe there's a lull in conversation, or even at the start after you've said, "Hi, my name is XYZ." Ask, what is something that you know you need to be doing that you're not doing right now? Sounds like a bit of a weird question. That's because it is, but it works. I'll give you a real life example. So recently, I met this guy, we're friends now, and I asked him this exact question because he was kind of being a bit closed. I wasn't really sure. I don't know, it was just, we didn't fully click at the start. And upon asking this question, I said, look, I know for a fact I need to be meditating more than I am right now. What's something you need to be doing that you really know deep down you should? And he mentioned that he'd love to DJ. He used to be a creative and now he needs to tap into this creative side again, but he hasn't. So what I did is we had a WhatsApp group, we made a WhatsApp chat, and I sent him a message saying, by end of February, we agreed on it there and then, you're going to do this DJ event. And now he's going to. And the beauty of this, especially if you hold people accountable to that, is you open up a conversation that's going to be a growth-minded conversation. If you're watching this, you probably care about growing and you want people that care about growth too. You're also instantly going to be able to get deep into what do people actually care about in their lives right now. For example, if I had that conversation and someone says, I really need to hit the gym more, you can talk about fitness. You can talk about your journey. If it's spirituality, it's that. If it's wealth, it's that. There's typically 4 categories: health, wealth, spirituality, and love. One of those categories, people will talk about them, I promise you. So, if you can do that, it's going to really open up the conversation. You're going to have this growth-minded approach, and it's going to be fun. By calling people out, what I mean is call them out on their BS. I personally love it when someone says to me, especially in a fun way, like, hey, why haven't you done anything about this, right? So for example, I can say day 1, you meet, we have this conversation, I say I need to be meditating more. A week later, when you next meet that person, ask them, hey, how's the meditation going? It shows you really genuinely care about that person, which I want you to do. Number 2 is learn how to tell better stories. So there's typically a framework that works pretty well high level. which is you start with a hook, then you make it relatable, and then you try and have a strong ending. So a hook can be as easy as saying something like, hey, the most crazy thing happened to me the other day, or whoa, this amazing thing happened, or it can really be simple like that. Then make it relatable, so try and relate back to that person's experiences, or just like any day experience. And then a strong ending, by that I mean something that you have learned from that experience, or like a summary. So for example, man, it's so crazy, this story showed me that it's so crazy that I can go to a gym, meet some random dude, and end up on a yacht at a party. Something like that. Pretty straightforward, but the reason telling stories is so great is because since caveman times, what did we used to do for entertainment? We used to stand around or sit around a little fire. I've got a little candle here. And we used to tell each other stories. We loved that. So let's bring it back. Return to the Mac and try. If you're worried about not knowing how to tell a good story, you can use this approach. So a hook, relatability, and a strong ending, but also practice yourself at home. So write out maybe 1 or 2 interesting stories that you find that you think maybe can be are interesting in your own life. Write them out and kind of learn them. Might sound weird, but what it means is that you're going to be able to kind of lean on that when in a social situation. Over time, like I said, this is the stabilizers. You're then going to learn how to tell good stories because you would have done it. You'll have that experience of people just gathered around you, listening to you actively and wanting to hear what you have to say because of this story. If you don't know how to write a story, try your best, put it into ChatGPT and say the following comment or following prompt: how do I make this story more engaging or more fun? And you can literally say in the prompt, I want to use this when meeting people. That's going to tell you exactly what script to use, and just learn that. 1 or 2 stories is all you need, and then you'll build the confidence. And the third thing is pretty funny, is to actually just stop filtering yourself and start having a fun time. Look, we all go to social events. Why? To have a social time, to have fun. It doesn't mean like I've worked in corporate and like I go out, I have a good time too, or I have fun too. And it really doesn't matter what type of event you're at. If you can make someone laugh, if you can have just a good time, I mean, that's what everyone's there to do. Like, it sounds maybe a bit harsh, but we could like on the way, on someone's way home from that event, they could be hit by a car. I'm pretty sure that they'd rather have the last moments at some random event laughing, having a good time, than just being depressed and talking about, oh, like, how's the weather? So if you don't know how to have fun and how to stop filtering yourself and how to tell jokes, how to just laugh, pretty simple. Start watching your favorite comedians. Figure out what is your type of humor. So for me, it's self-deprecating humor, dry, British humor. I'm super sarcastic. Wow, surprise. And I think it's funny. And some other people think it's funny and some people don't. To the ones who don't, it doesn't matter. The ones that do, they'll love it. What you can do to actually learn your humor is to look at different famous comedians. Just literally Google like top comedians on YouTube and just start watching comedy. See what are the things that you crack up to, and then ask yourself when you watch these videos, why do I find this funny? Is it the delivery? Is it the actual story? Is it, I don't know, like the presence? Ask yourself questions like this and just watch it. Also, the reason I want you to watch more comedy is because you're going to start laughing more. And as you laugh more, you'll be more present. You'll be happier, as crazy as it sounds. And you can bring that happiness with you throughout other areas of your life. Literally, laughter is a medicine. So let's implement it. So the 3 I told you is to call people out, to tell better stories, and to tell jokes, laugh, and stop filtering yourself. There's slashes in there. And the last bonus one I'll give you, which is kind of linked to the third, is to listen to Katy Perry. Well, not actually Katy Perry, but to listen to music that you enjoy before going to any social event. What that's going to do is similar to like watching a comedy thing, is it's going to put you into a good state. It's going to make you feel good. I used to do it when I was like much younger. I still do it now, but I remember like getting ready for a party. Kind of think like you're 15 again and you're going to your first party. You do the cringe thing maybe that you watch in a movie where you're at home and you're like listening to some Katy Perry, whatever it is, and you just get yourself kind of hyped up. The reason I say this is because what you're gonna do is your state, how you feel, is gonna be, if anything, exaggerated. And then as you commute to this event, it's going to go down a bit, but it's still going to be higher than your typical baseline. And you're going to bring this energy with you, and it's going to be infectious. Even walking into the event, if you love rock and roll, listen to some rock and roll. If you love jazz, listen to some jazz, classical music, whatever it is, listen to some music to get yourself into the good mood. So again, high level, you've learned today 3 things that can take you from feeling like you were more invisible to now feeling like you got a bit of that aura, a bit of that charm, and you can walk into a room with a smile. It's calling people out on their BS by using that line, what's something you know you need to be doing that you're not. It's telling better stories, so a story with a hook, a relatable middle part, and then a strong ending. And then it's to stop filtering yourself and start having fun and telling jokes, kind of put that all as one. And you're gonna do that by watching comedy. So after this, go find a comedy video and just watch it, have a good time. If you like this, leave a comment, and if you like me, subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.